Hello there. Part 4 of the Reading and Use of English paper in the Beater First exam is one of the trickiest parts. You need to transform sentences while keeping their meaning exactly the same. But don't worry, today I'll show you a step by step strategy to confidently do it. Let's get started. Now we're going to look into the steps to take while doing the task and double checking our answers. Let's start. Firstly, you must carefully read the full sentence and the key word below. Pay close attention to tenses, conditionals, direct speech, and any other grammar structures. To make sure you have understood the sentence, rephrase it in a more simple way or simply translate it in your own language. Secondly, attentively read the gapped sentence below and see which parts of the full sentence are missing here. Then rephrase this missing part of the full sentence using the keyword. And finally, type in your answer. And now it's time to double check. Make sure that you have used the keyword and this one is unchanged. Secondly, your answer must have between 2 and 5 words. In case there are contractions in your answer, for instance, don't or doesn't, remember that they count as 2 words, with the exception of cannot or can't. And finally, your answer, I mean what you filled in the second sentence. So this sentence means completely the same as the first sentence. So it must be loyal both grammatically and lexically. Now let's roll up our sleeves and do this task. Together, we'll be doing part 4 of the Beater First digital exam. Below, here is the link to the Cambridge site for more useful information and exam preparation. This is a resource worth exploring. Check it out. Here we are about to start doing part 4 of the Beater First digital exam. Let's start. Question 25. Joan was in favor of visiting the museum. The keyword idea. If he was in favor of visiting the museum means he agreed with this in the past, given the use of past simple. Let's make sure I understood it. I'm going to rephrase it in in a more simple way. John thought that visiting the museum was a good idea. Oh, I've used the word here, so I'm going to highlight it. And now the sentence below. John thought it would be to the museum. Which part of the first sentence is missing here? Okay, this is in favor of visiting. Perfect. I'm going to highlight it as well. And now let's try to transform this part using the word idea. John thought it would be a good idea to, the infinitive, to visit the museum. Since I've got to the museum, I won't use visit, but go to the museum. So here we are. Joan thought it would be a good idea to go to the museum. Let's double check. I've used the word idea unchanged. In my answer, there are 5 words, a good idea to go, and my sentence is grammatically correct and has got the same meaning as the sentence above. John was in favor of visiting the museum. Let's move on. Question 26. Arthur has the talent to become a concert pianist. The key word is that. Let's check the grammar and the meaning of this sentence. Has the talent to become a concert pianist suggests he is good enough for it. This is a fact given the use of present simple. And now let's rephrase this sentence in a simpler way. Arthur is very talented, so he could become a concert pianist. Let's look at the second sentence. Arthur is so could become a concert pianist. The part that must be transformed from the first sentence is has the talent, right? Let's highlight it together with the keyword. A common transformation here would need the structure so that. It seems that the answer is author is so, I need an adjective, talented that he could become a concert pianist. Let's double check this answer. I've used the keyword that. The answer has got three words, and so that structure is used properly and the meaning is unchanged. Author has the talent to become a concert pianist. Perfect. Let's move on. Question 27. Do you know when the match starts, Sally? The key word is if. Seems that I've got a direct yes no question, and I need to transform this question into a reported speech. Given the grammar rule, I know that to do so, I mean to transform a direct speech into a reported speech, I'll have to transform the present simple, do you know, into past simple. That's a rule, isn't it? So we will need knew, and I must use if for our reported yes no question. And now, given the second sentence, Mary asked Sally, time the match started. The part that is missing here is do you know? Do you know when, to be more exact? Let's highlight this. So, think of the answer. Mary asks Sally if she, we said past simple, knew what time, right? What time the match started. Et voila, we've got it. Let's double check. My answer has got the keyword if. This answer has got four words and it's grammatically correct. I've transformed the present simple into past simple, and its meaning, Mary asked Sally if she knew what time the match started, is exactly the same as the one above. Let's move on now to question 28. I knocked for ages at Ruth's door, but I got no reply. The keyword long. Now, let's check its grammar. The past simple, knocked for ages, means for a long time. So it's about spending a long time doing something or even taking a long time or knocking, right? Let's rephrase it in a simpler way using this keyword. I spend a long time knocking, right? And now, in this second sentence, it's exactly the one I've just mentioned to simplify the sentence above. Let's type in this answer. I spent a long time, and I've got the gerund knocking. I spent a long time knocking at Ruth's door, but I got no reply. To double check, I've got past simple, so this sentence is grammatically correct. It's got the keyword long unchanged, and my answer, I mean the words I have filled in the gap here, there are four words including the keyword. So it seems everything is correct, and we move on to question 29. Everyone says that the band is planning to go on a world tour next year. The keyword is said. Um, what is that I have to transform? The band planning to go on a world tour next year. Seems that what I have to transform is this part, everyone says. And now, grammatically, looking at this transformation, everyone says we've got an active sentence that must be transformed into a passive one because I start with the object, right? So, the answer must be the band is sad. I'm gonna keep the present passive structure is said, right? Because I've got everyone says, so it must be in the present simple. The band is said. And now we need the infinitive of the verb is, right? Is planning, is said to be planning to go on a world tour next year. Let's analyze it and check how correct this answer is. I've used the word said, that is the key word. My answer has got 4 words, so good here. And the meaning of this second sentence, the band is said to be planning to go on a world tour next year, is exactly the same as the one above. Everyone says that the band is planning to go on a world tour next year. Amazing. Let's move on. Question 30. I'd prefer not to cancel the meeting. Call is the keyword. Seems I will need a phrasal verb. And this first sentence shows a preference. And let's try and simplify it. I'd better not cancel the meeting, right? So below, I've got I'd rather, which is another expression that shows preference. What is there? I need to rephrase cancel. Yeah. And here is the answer. I'd rather. And now, what do I use? Infinitive, gerund. I'm going to use the infinitive because this is one of the expressions that must be followed by the infinitive without the particle to. We know it. This is a fact. This is a grammar rule. I'd rather not. And then, what's the phrasal verb that means cancel? Call off, right? I'd rather not call off the meeting. So, this question tests both our grammar control, the use of the bare infinitive with the expression I'd rather, as well as the control of phrasal verbs. In this case, to cancel means to call off. Let's double check our answer. I've used the keyword call. My answer has got 3 words, and its meaning, I'd rather not call off the meeting, is exactly the same as the one above. I would prefer not to cancel the meeting. Amazing work. Here we are. We've done it. Part 4 in the reading and use of English paper. Mastering part 4 takes practice, but with the right techniques, you can improve that. If you need a complete and structured preparation for the entire reading and use of English paper, check out our full course, B2 Cambridge Success, Master Reading and Use of English. Here you'll have plenty of practice with part 4. See you inside.